Okay. Good afternoon, everyone. I'd like to officially call this joint meeting of the Public Safety Committee and the Fire Commission to order. Thank you for being here and for your ongoing dedication to the safety and emergency response needs of Vance County. The purpose of today's meeting is to review and discuss the recent decision by the Board of Commissioners to provide only 3 months of funding for the Vance County Rescue Squad, rather than the previous purpose 3 years. The discussion is critical to ensure continuity of service and exploring all available options of emergency response moving forward. I want to be clear that this is a working meeting for committee members and staff. There will be no public comment period, and outbursts or disruption will not be permitted. We ask that all attendees remain respectful so that we may have a productive and focused discussion on the important matter. The first item on the agenda is Fire Department staff presentation. Chief Harrison will kick things off. Excuse me, let us pray. Most Heavenly Father, we come to give you glory, praise, and honor. We thank you for this day. And God, we thank you that you are in all things. So we ask your president to be with us in this meeting, that you will continue to give us the wisdom and knowledge, God, to make the right decision concerning our citizens and our county. So we just ask you, Lord, just to be in the midst, to be at peace in the midst, and God, that you would bring, that we would come together as one and to do what's best for this county. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. I'm sorry that we should always open up in prayer for his guidance.
Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. I stand before you today not only as a member of the fire service, but as a servant of a higher calling, one founded on sacrifice, unity, and unwavering integrity. In light of recent misinformation shared during the latest commissioners meeting, we feel compelled to set the record straight today. It is our responsibility, not just to ourselves, but to the public we serve, to clarify several critical points regarding our qualifications, capabilities, and our commitment to this community. First, it was stated that Vance County does not meet the requirement of 8 technical rescuers certified personnel. That statement is simply inaccurate. The requirement is not for 8 TR certified personnel per shift, but rather 8 on the department's roster in total. Vance County fully meets the standard. Second, the claim that TR certification requires over 380 hours of training is misleading. That applies to individuals with little to no prior certifications. Most of our personnel already possess relevant credentials, reducing the number of hours significantly needed for training. Furthermore, the department is not required to pursue every available TR discipline unless operational needs demand it. Our team is trained, certified, and prepared to meet our mission requirements, nothing more and certainly nothing less. Third, questions were raised regarding the dive capabilities of Ronald Wildwood. Let us be clear, the state of North Carolina does not require agencies to be state certified in order to perform dive operations. Ronald Wildwood has several public safety diver certified personnel, including a certified dive instructor that meets the necessary operational standards, period. We appreciate Ronald Wildwood for their professionalism and their commitment to public safety. Each time we have needed them, they are more than willing to jump on the road in less than an hour and come help us with nothing else. They just want to be there to help us out. So I definitely commend them for stepping up when they are called upon. At the last meeting, it became evident that some individuals were more interested in sowing confusion than sharing facts. To suggest that lives would be lost without the rescue squad is not only untrue, it is irresponsible. These narratives do not inform the public, they mislead them. They do not unite us, they divide us. And in doing so, they erase trust in the very first responders this community relies on in its most critical moments. Let us move forward grounded in truth and committed to collaboration for the good of the public we are sworn to protect. Thank you. We will now have a presentation by Captain Pendergrass and Battalion Chief Pegram.
See how I work this thing. Good evening, y'all. How y'all today?
Fine, and you?
Let's see. What she said, press that button. This right here is just a little summary PowerPoint presentation we have put together to show you this is more or less what we provide, equipment, services. Just to elaborate a little bit on some things. This is the patch. What services and improvements are we able to bring to our citizens, visitors, and stakeholders? This is just a disclaimer. This presentation is designed for the purpose of being an informative presentation on the services and equipment that are available to the citizens, visitors, and stakeholders of Vance County, as well as future improvements to those services and equipment cache. At no point is this intended to influence or attempt to discredit the services, members of our volunteer departments, or the Vance County or the Vance Life Saving and Rescue Squad. Our hazards present is 54.1% of Vance County is considered to be rural area based on the May 2022 census county profile. Major thoroughfares such as I-85, 39, 158 US 1, and CSX railways. Call Lake as well as numerous additional bodies of water such as reservoirs, ponds, and creeks. A plethora of industrial, manufacturing, and agricultural facilities ranging from bulk and quarry to quality equipment. Who is ultimately responsible for all these hazards? If we look at if you look at the Fire Prevention Code, source is 2018 North Carolina State Building Code, 104-11. Point 111. This will tell you who is solely responsible for everything that goes on in every district around. What does our staffing entail? We're made up of 13 full-time employees, 12 part-time employees, daily staff 11 of 6 plus the fire chief and the fire marshal. What qualifications do our staff hold? If we look here on the fire side, there's everything that we're required to have as far as working full-time there. And in addition, all the rescue certifications we hold as a department.
Can you go back to that screen
Yes, ma'am.
and say it again? What qualifications? I was just,
North Carolina Firefighter 1 and 2, North Carolina Fire Officer 1, 2, and 3, North Carolina Fire Instructor 1 and 2, North Carolina Fire Life Safety Educator 1, 2, and 3, North Carolina Fire Inspector 1, 2, and 3, North Carolina Fire Investigator Technician, IAAI Fire Investigator Technician, North Carolina Hazardous Materials Responder and Technicians, North Carolina Driver Operator, North Carolina Aerial Operator, North Carolina Emergency Vehicle Driver. Rescue stands for North Carolina Technical Rescuer, North Carolina TR VMR, North Carolina TR Confined Space, North Carolina TR Trench, North Carolina TR Wilderness and Search, North Carolina TR Machinery and Ag.
so this is the fire versus the rescues. That's what you're
Yes,
saying?
ma'am. There's
Okay.
two totally different things that
Okay.
numerous members they have.
So this is your staff that
Yes, sir.
have some rescue qualifications? Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes. I would say just the majority of us are TR certified, other than missing a few disciplines that you would have to take as they came. Certified rescue personnel. We got 19 personnel certified across 6 disciplines. And our planned courses taken is to get everybody across the board is TR Machinery and Ag, TR Water, TR Trench, and TR Wilderness.
So these are the courses you all gonna take, that you have to
The
take?
ones that do not have them, yes, ma'am.
Okay,
Yes, ma'am.
but you got some that have them,
Yes, ma'am.
okay.
So you have one person that's TR confined space certified, is that what that's saying?
That's correct.
And you have one person that's TR trench certified.
That's correct.
Okay.
But you do have somebody that's certified in every one of those areas.
Yes, ma'am. I think the only one that is not nobody certified in is structural collapse and
What?
and water.
It's what?
Structural collapse. Yeah,
Structural collapse?
yeah. And water. We lost we had two to leave that had the water, but that's
So you don't have anyone currently certified
not right now.
in water?
How long
Not-
did that take?
Not today.
Not today.
How long did that take to get, do you know how long that take?
Whenever the class is available. Yes, ma'am.
So you know how long the course? Because I'm just trying to see how long we'll be able to get on scene.
Shouldn't take me.
Like a
Probably
How
week?
long it would take somebody to get on?
Yeah, like, is it a
scene?
week class, or I'm just trying to see how long the class
How many
is?
hours of training is it to be certified?
In that Pacific one,
Yes, that Pacific one, yeah,
you're looking, what, 30, 40 hours, maybe?
30, 40 hours?
Maybe, if that.
if that, okay.
But that's over a time.
How many of our volunteer fire departments have these certifications? Do you know?
Let's see. I think every volunteer fire department has, I don't want to speak on everybody, but I'm pretty sure that just about every volunteer department has TR certified people in them.
So that's what I was asking.
Including water?
So somebody in the county still have water, the rescue part.
Oh, yeah.
That's what I want to know.
Yes, ma'am.
Not just the fire, I'm just talking in the
Yes,
county.
ma'am.
Somebody got, okay.
Yes, ma'am.
TR surface water is recommended 36 hours with a max of 43. And TR swift water is a recommended 36 hours with a max of 43 by North Carolina qualifications.
And how many do you need to have certified in those disciplines?
To get the actual discipline certified or just to have the
Get the discipline
rescue
certified?
standard in general
To have the discipline certified?
is 8.
It's 8. Okay.
For that specific discipline. But to get a light, medium, or heavy rescue classification, you only need 8 across the board. It could be a mixture of a certain combination of classes just laid out.
We square on that one. Everybody good on that one?
Mhm.
All right.
That's
Okay. I also have the application process here also, if you would like to take a look at that.
Be good if you can send it to us.
Yes, sir.
We can
Be
study.
glad to. Yes, sir. What equipment are we able to provide? Special operations trailer. Add a resource to Vance County by allowing quick response of resources and equipment anywhere within the response area and requested mutual aid areas. Allows for growth of specialty services and equipment for more complex incidents. Aids in preservation and equipment by allowing equipment to be properly safe and safely stored versus riding on trucks and getting dirty. Being that. Next one. Motor vehicle accidents. 3 engines equipped with hydraulic or battery-powered extrication tools. Engines equipped with Paratech stabilization and lifting struts. 2 engines equipped with various cribbing for additional stabilization. And statistics come off of 2024 83 motor vehicle. Oh, that's how many we ran. 2024, we ran 83 motor vehicle accidents. In 2025, thus far, we have run 51.
Is that where that heavy equipment you always talk about come in at? Is that heavy equipment? I'm trying to get an understanding. I hear y'all.
No,
That's not heavy equipment? Okay.
actually, those struts right there, that's propping the car there, that's actually on our engines.
Okay, so
So
they work with me.
of those 83 calls, how many of those involved extrication?
I don't have that answer right now, but I can get it to you. All right. Water rescue emergencies. 16-foot aluminum boat with a fire pump, a 14-foot inflatable boat, a Chasing M2 Pro Max underwater drone, and various equipment such as Type 5 PFDs, throw bags, and rope, and the throw-able ring.
What is that?
The ring you throw. Just
It's your orange flotation device.
your arm ring.
Oh, the orange.
You throw it.
Oh, throwable. Okay, I got you.
Your donut.
Okay.
This is just a little video of the capabilities of the boat. Like I said, that was just a little presentation on it.
So that's what we have. What y'all,
That's what's
what
ordered
y'all
at this
have?
time. Yes,
Okay,
ma'am.
Has that already been delivered?
order.
No, it's not been delivered. It's ordered. All right. Our water rescue emergencies. This is what we call the Chasing 2 Pro Max underwater drone. And that just gives you some schematics on it. So that'll go up under the water. Look everywhere.
Is that one similar to the one that was used out at the lake a couple of weeks ago? Or
Yes.
is that the one similar to what Wake Forest has?
It's kind of something like that.
Like Wake Forest?
Yes.
Okay. So that's what, a $50,000 drone or something?
No,
No? How
No.
much?
I do not have the prices with me.
We know how much that
Not
one
with
was?
me.
We'll get the information to you. I don't know right now. Yeah, it was in our capital budget, so I'm not sure. We didn't spend any extra money than what we were supposed to. But I
I'm
don't know what the
just
cost is.
curious because
We'll find out, but it's definitely not
there's a difference in
$50,000.
a $4,000 drone and a $50,000.
Oh, yeah, we
drone. I'm
definitely
just
spent
wondering what level we-
$50,000.
We purchased.
We'll get information to you. Make a note of that for me. Thank you.
That just gives you a little bit more intel on that also. Of what its capabilities are. A little bit more. Incidents requiring rope and rigging. We have various pieces of equipment and links of rope required by the North Carolina Medium Rescue Certification Standard. It's also It's in this application process also that I can get to you. Missing persons in rural operations. 6-seat enclosed cab utility task vehicle. Includes the ability to place patients safely and securely on Stokes basket for transport out of an area inaccessible by vehicle. Includes a fire tank, fire pump for brush operations in areas inaccessible by a fire engine or a brush truck. Serves as a quick response vehicle in large crowd events, situations that limit apparatus and access and maneuverability. Machinery and agricultural incidences. These incidents will commonly utilize the equipment listed and discussed with the rope and rigging required incidences. These types of incidents will commonly utilizes the use of mutual aid ladder companies to aid in rigging, as well as additional manpower and the possibility of requiring the Great Wall of Rescue from Mutual Aid Agency to add a safer rescue and victim extrication. These incidents could also require the use of hand tools, power tools, pneumatic tools, and stabilization equipment. Medium rescue certifications. Medium rescue certification is defined as basic and some advanced rescue, basic and advanced extrication, and basic life support functions as an initial responder with minimum advanced equipment and skills. And there's your source, North Carolina Association of Rescue and EMS. What is required for this certification? 8 personnel holding certifications, CRT, RTVMR, TRVMR, or technical rescuer in TRVR and TR machinery and ag. Equipment listed per North Carolina Association Rescue and EMS. Adequate staff are certified to required certifications, and the required equipment has been ordered and delivered. Once all equipment is mounted to the apparatus, the certification request will be submitted. Recruitment and retention does. Enhancing recruitment by attracting diverse candidates and showcasing advanced capabilities. Attracting individuals seeking specialized training and skills. Aspiring firefighters and even those looking for specific technical roles are drawn to the opportunity to learn and utilize skills beyond general firefighting, such as in advanced rescue techniques or handling complex hazard material situations. Expanding the pool of qualified applicants by showcasing diverse capabilities, departments can attract individuals who from various backgrounds and with specific skill sets that might be overlooked in traditional recruitment efforts. Highlighting advanced technology and training. The specialized equipment and intensive training required for these term teams demonstrate a commitment to utilize modern technology and investing in firefighter development, making the department more appealing. Recruitment and retention again. In essence, specialty teams enhance recruitment by attracting a wider range of skilled individuals and improve retention by providing opportunities for professional development, fostering a positive work environment, and demonstrating a commitment to the firefighter well-being in the community served. Teamwork and unity. Teamwork and unity are crucial in the fire service, fostering trust, communication, shared goals to ensure effective and safe operations during emergencies. These elements are built through consistent training, open communication, and a strong sense of camaraderie. How do we apply this to Vance County Fire Department? Mutual aid training. Yes, what I was going to say. Interoperable purchased equipment. countywide task force, technical rescue task force, fire investigations task force, and a tanker task force. Yep, that's it. Any questions from you? I gotta get them a copy of that.
Thank you. That was a
That's
good,
all. All right,
presentation.
thank y'all.
Thank y'all.
Well planned it. Next, we have the fire study recommendation.
Yes, ma'am. So I was just gonna just read the information from the fire study that the county did back in 2023 with AP Triton. The recommendation of the fire study, which was the county's second fire study, said consider merging or increasing collaboration between the Vance County Fire Department and the Vance County Rescue Squad. And in the description, it says currently the Vance County Fire Department or Golden Belt Fire District is operated by the county and provides fire protection and first responder medical services. Vance County Fire Department also responds to the unincorporated areas to assist the volunteer fire departments on structure fires. The Vance County Rescue Squad provides heavy rescue, surface water, high angle, and medical responder services. All the volunteer fire departments can provide initial vehicle extrication services with the equipment on their apparatus. And so the outcomes from that study was just the merging or increasing collaboration of the Vance County Fire Department and Vance County Rescue Squad could enhance the services provided by both organizations. Vance County Fire Department responds to the entire county for structure fires and could incorporate the rescue services and provide faster response with their own duty personnel. Although the Vance County Rescue Squad utilizes part-time personnel, 24-hour a day coverage is not provided. Relocating the Vance County Rescue Squad boats to Vance County Fire Department Station 7 at Carr Lake would improve response times during a surface water rescue event instead of responding from the current station in Henderson. I just wanted to make sure.
Well, that's from the fire study, that last part
Yes,
you
ma'am.
said about the
Mhm.
location, where they located
It's
rescue squad, but they said be beneficial at the,
if they were to move their boats to Carr Lake at the Carr Lake station, and this was back from 2023 when you all did the study. Yes, ma'am. I just wanted to make sure I made that clear.
so if, my question is, if they merged together, what would that look like?
So as far as assets, I don't know what a merger looks like, but the rescue squad would have to apply for positions with the Vance County Fire Department and become part-time personnel
Part-time?
because none of them are full-time.
Mhm.
There's actually a couple ways to do that. One is you create a combination department with, you still have paid staff there. And they become just like the other departments. And then you have basically a combination department instead of a full paid department. That option would save a considerable amount of money and would allow us to spend money in other areas of the county to offer protection, equal protection to all of our citizens in the county.
So when we say combination department, we talking about, how would that look again? That would be full-time?
Just like a Bear Pond or Hicksboro or whatever, it'd be the same type format, just like it.
Like the volunteer, they become volunteer?
Combination is what we have now. We don't have volunteer anymore. All of them combination.
So would that do it with Vance County Fire Department completely? Would that do away with our fire department?
No, it would not do away with the department. It would do away with the structure of the current department.
And so I just want to make sure that I make the comment that the study did not recommend that, Chair Faines. The study recommended that we, of course, keep the Vance County Fire Department as a career fire department.
The study also showed a lot of things that were inconsistencies. If it said that the response times could be better for the department. And when I looked at the heat maps, a majority of the calls are south of Henderson, which is very close to Bear Pond. So doing some redistricting and things like that could help to improve the call times for those departments. And we look, we've got our industrial park now we've got a building that's fixed to be occupied. And there's a considerable amount of growth in the companies that are out in that part of the county. So being able to put 24/7 people in Bear Pond, one thing we've done since the 23 study is we've considerably increased the amount of funding that we're doing for our services. With that, we could look at models that keep more 24/7 paid personnel in 3 locations in the county, one being north, one being south, and then maintaining the current Vance County Golden Belt Fire Department.
So the combinations, I think I'm still trying to get an understanding. So the combination would still be Golden Belt, right?
Correct.
But it wouldn't be full-time.
Yeah,
It would be structured. There'd be full-time employees
They would
as
still
well.
have 24/7 coverage. But in addition to that, we would bring 24/7 coverage to probably Bear Pond and then to the northern part of the county, either being Hicksboro or Townsville, whichever way that worked out.
Is that feasible? I just want to know if somebody, trying to.
Yeah, that's doable.
Let's do
So
it.
when we talk about combination, you mean bring volunteers to our fire department? Where would we recruit volunteers from? That's the issue now. Volunteerism is just going away. And I think we've said that numerous times. We have a career fire department.
I believe your statement on volunteerism is not correct.
The recruitment shows it though, even in the volunteer fire departments, they've expressed concerns over and over about getting volunteers, and we have to constantly raise the hourly rate, and they still can't recruit even at $17 an hour. I just don't know where we would recruit volunteers to work in a combination department.
Well, currently, we don't have, you're talking out of 2 sides of your mouth, basically. One, you're saying we got to rely on the volunteers because on a shift, we have anywhere generally from 3 to 6 personnel on our county shift. So while they can get equipment to a scene, they can't do anything until volunteers get there or other people from other paid departments, just based on safety and so forth. So you've got to have, with our current model, you've got to have it. And I believe the state fire marshal on 2 occasions has recommended that we have a volunteer roster at the Vance County Department.
Oh, that's never been communicated to me. Do you have that information that you can share with me? Because I've never.
Well, I mean, it's been in meetings and he's spoken at several meetings prior to you being here.
I'll have to talk to Chris. Well, he's no longer here. I talked to Chief Harrison, but I've never heard that before.
Yeah, that recommendation had been made on a couple of different occasions. And we can have, I don't know, Tony's not doing that anymore, is he doing? There's another guy that's doing it now?
Yeah, it's another guy.
But Tony is the one that has told us that previously. And I believe he's still with the state, but he's in another capacity.
Bill, what is your outlook on merging with the fire department? Have you ever considered that, or is it a possibility? Because Commissioner Berman talks about the combination part, but have you ever thought about for the citizen to merge with the fire department? What are your outlook on that? Because we got the fire commission up here as well. Squirrel, as we call it, is not here. He's at some kind of class he's taking. And the reason I'm saying it from that perspective, I have him with his statement telling me that he recommend that we do away with the squad. That's his outlook. And like I said, I'm listening to professionals. I don't know fire. I thank God we need, with great services, but I want to look at and I'm learning the whole pictures. I reached out myself. I'm going to come from the fire commission as well as a commissioner. I reached out, did some research for myself. I went to other counties. Somebody told me that the city of Creekmore, they got a life, like a diver. I don't know what they call it. I can't remember the name. They don't, what they do, they give money, like maybe Creekmore will give them $2,000. The county might give them $5,000, but they give money to, but they don't fund it. somebody else from another county told me, I'm trying to figure out what do they do. I'm just, like I said, I'm reaching out these other counties. They said, I want to know, what do the rescue squad do?
Mhm.
And as they said, "Cause we work with Franklin, and this is what we do." And I've seen your county, so I'm just going by what they telling me. And so, and like I said, even before I have a fire commission that's been in it fighting for retired 30 years to tell us that we was fighting for the rescue squad. You know where we stood to say either we merge it together or we get rid of it. That you don't need it. That's what his intake, those were his words. And I told him that I
But
was
the key
going,
to that is he never said how to merge it.
huh?
He never said how to merge it.
Mhm. So I'm just telling from that.
Are we
part.
talking about Squirrel, Darren?
Or I'm talking about
Yeah,
Darren,
so
because he's a fire.
yeah, and he called me as well, and he actually the words that he said to me was do away with the rescue squad
away.
because the Vance County Fire Department and the volunteer agencies serve the same,
Purpose.
provide the same services.
So
That's
what-
exactly what he said to me, and he wanted to make sure that that was reiterated today and spoken today.
Yeah, so that's what he told me as well. So I just want to put that out there from him not being
Fire
here.
Commission.
But those are his word as on the fire commission committee. So, and like I said, I'm reaching out because we was going at the beginning when we started all this, learning about the rescue squad, and I think talking to the citizen, what I've gathered from citizen, I think they was kind of confused with rescue and ambulance. They were thinking that the rescue squad, because somebody addressed me, like, why are you getting rid of the rescue squad? But they were thinking we was getting rid of the ambulance. I said, what sense did that make? We're not going to, why would we stop our ambulance service? So they thought it was one entity, when really it's not. So they didn't understand that it was what a rescue squad versus the EMS services. And so a lot of them now realizing that it's two different entities. And so so I'm just saying I've been reaching out. That's what I've been hearing. A lot of people tell me your fire department should be the one that's handling those activities. So that's why I'm asking.
And I think my concern now is, of course, I'll do whatever the commissioners advise me to do. But my concern now is duplication of services, just because we've moved forward with capital purchases to be able to provide these services. So after September 30th, I would be concerned with just duplication of services. So I just have to say that as your manager.
Is Randall still around?
Yes, he's back here. You need him.
I'm trying to sign in and this,
Oh, our VPN is the VPN is down. Has been down since the event at DSS. Is that what you're trying to get into, or are you trying to get into Wi-Fi?
I'm trying to get onto my county email.
Oh yeah, you should be able to do that. I will get it back.
Did you refresh it? So that's why I asked you, Dora, what is your,
Well,
Do you ever consider-
what you're saying, that's not the same conversation me and Squirrel had Thursday,
I talked to him last night.
which is fine. But
Yeah.
once again, he didn't say how to merge it either,
Mm-hmm,
and neither does his fire study.
mm-hmm,
There's a lot of stuff in his fire study, in my opinion, it don't make any sense to start with.
mm-hmm.
It was done that way on purpose and for a reason.
So you think they had an agenda?
Oh, they did.
What agenda would they, I mean, we done had 2 fire studies.
And the first one was a lot
before
more
I even
informative
came.
than the second.
Yeah, so what?
That first one was a lot more informative than the second one was.
And I know we said that we was gonna go with the recommendation of this, of this fire study. And so that's why we need to hear from what's what.
And after September 30th, the duplication of service, that's not possible,
So, okay.
because we've been providing a service since 1953. We're not duplicating it. The rescue squad's not.
Mhm.
Somebody else is going to attempt to duplicate it. And it's one thing to buy a boat and buy the equipment, but using it is a whole different ballgame.
Mhm,
Training on it, knowing the lake,
mhm.
knowing how to use a sonar. That's not something you can go to advanced ground and get a class on tomorrow.
Mhm. But we do have people that's certified in those areas.
There's no such
Marty?
thing as sonar certification.
So what?
There's no such thing as sonar certification.
Seminar?
Sonar.
So,
That's something that takes time, a lot of time to learn how to utilize
mhm.
and read.
I spoke with Mr. Wright before he left,
Who's this one?
Chris Wright,
Chris,
and he indicated that he had tried to do some water rescue stuff back a couple of years ago. and that they didn't have enough people that were interested in doing it. He said they only had 4 individuals at that time that were interested in doing it.
You
He
talking
said-
throughout the fire department? With volunteer, with
No,
everybody?
with their department.
Department, okay.
Now, I believe throughout the county, there are certified divers that you can put together,
Mm-hmm.
but they come from departments and also from the rescue. So those things there, again, I appreciate the fact that these guys do a good job, but there are only 3 to 6 of them on a shift. And they can't do anything. And you go to a rescue, the rescue the other week was, started at 10 at night, went till 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, started back at 8 o'clock, and I think they finally pulled them out of the water somewhere around 2 o'clock. So if you've got those guys tied up there, they're not available. As a matter of fact, while they were out there on that scene, they got a call and had to divert to a call that was over at J.P. Taylor, on J.P. Taylor Road. So we do not have the capacity within the current structure of the fire department to do that. And to bring it up as a paid department,
Who was in charge of that scenery, or the, what you talking about? Who was in charge?
Major Mitchell was in charge of that scene.
Major Mitchell. Okay. So,
Actually, Dole was the first one on scene, and then after Mitchell got there, he turned it over to
I
Mitchell.
actually turned it over to Slug.
To Slug, okay.
Chief, you need to hear, I need to say something, please.
To be able to handle this in the event of the situation that Commissioner Brummett spoke of, please.
Well, the first thing is that we all depend on each other.
Mhm.
Whether the rescue squad was there or not, or whether we're there or not, we still need more personnel, because all of us across the board, at the end of the day, over the next couple of years, we need to increase personnel anyway.
Mhm.
Nobody has enough personnel.
That's right.
So it's kind of unfair to say that about our Vance County Fire not having enough personnel, because nobody has it.
Yeah, and I think, and that just goes back to several positions that were frozen in the fire department. So for years, we haven't been able to fill certain positions because the positions were frozen. So I just want to make sure that that's clear, is that's why we're not fully staffed, because we haven't been able to fill those positions. So I just want to make sure that's clear.
And then on the second thing about having authority, the rescue squad doesn't have authority to take command of any scene in Vance County. They are a resource. Every fire chief in here has the authority to be the scene commander, because that's their territory. They are liable for anything that goes on. Rescue don't have a territory,
Rescue
as we
authority
do,
of county.
as Townsville, as Epsom, as Hicksboro, as Watkins. They are a resource only. They can't take command. That's why when we arrive on scene, we should always assume command. Because at the end of the day, we report those things also to INFERS. They don't report anything to anybody.
So just because they was the first on scene, they still didn't have the authority to do?
No, they can't take command officially.
Mm-hmm.
They cannot. Only the fire chief or his next highest ranking officer can.
The fire chief, or whoever the fire chief designates. The fire chief can designate someone from the rescue squad to command the scene.
That would be their decision. Yes,
Right.
absolutely.
Mhm.
If the fire chief of that district, which is Vance County,
Mm-hmm.
we all have districts and territory.
Mhm.
Vance County Rescue does not have a territory, so they can't do that.
Based
Somebody has to give it to them.
Based on what I'm reading here, Vance County Rescue Squad has territory all over the county. Just reading what's here.
But they don't have what is their first response area?
Vance County.
I think you're just speaking on what the statute says. So we always go by what the statute says.
What does 104.11 say?
The fire chief or officer of the fire department in charge at the scene of a fire or other emergency involving the protection of life or property. So fire chief or officer of the fire department.
Correct. Thank you.
Y'all good? Everything? Anything else?
I'm good.
Want to make sure we're speaking facts. That's very important.
And
That's what
they
that's
go to every, because you said Vance County, like I said, I want everybody to see the big picture. You said Vance County, right, because of the fact they have you can dispatch to any, you go out to all calls because you have the ability.
We only
but you
go
don't
where
have-
we're dispatched to.
Huh?
The rescue squad only goes where they're dispatched.
The only, you
They're
have,
dispatched just like any other fire department.
okay.
Whatever calls they go on.
Okay,
They're
I'm
dispatched
just trying to get on.
to structure fire to assist with manpower, and also they bring the oxygen and so forth, all that, those resources.
Okay,
Okay.
so
But-
to assist,
but-
but they don't have jurisdiction to,
No, they do not
okay.
at all.
They can be dispatched, but don't have jurisdiction.
Yes,
They have
Exactly.
jurisdiction if the chief of that district allows them to have jurisdiction.
But they can't do anything until they are given their instruction, all right?
I would assume,
That's
I
correct.
don't want to
So
make.
I want to make
any
sure we on the same, like.
According to this paper, it says the chief or the officer of the fire department is in charge of that scene. Period.
I'm reading from the mutual aid agreement.
I'm reading from the statute for
Okay. well,
state building code.
This has been approved by the board of commissioners.
Critically, all of that's irrelevant to who's in charge.
That's right.
We're all there to help the citizens of the community.
That's it.
I mean, it just come out that nobody has enough staff, regardless of who it is.
Mhm.
So we're all there for one goal. And it ain't who's on a power trip.
Well, you're right.
So I mean, to me, every bit of that part of it is irrelevant when it comes to helping the community.
So that goes back to my question, why can't we combine?
Because we're our own entity. We have a board of directors, unlike the county does. And, you know, I'm not saying we can't combine, but there's a proper way to do it.
Mhm.
And doing a hostile takeover, just saying we're gonna do this, probably is not the best way to
So
do
what is
that.
your proper, tell me what your proper, that's why we're here to get understanding.
Wait,
What is
no,
your proper?
I want to know what the county wants to do. Put the ball in their court and come out with a plan. But my volunteers are not gonna work for Vance County Fire Department as far as being employed by. They're not employed now. They're volunteers. You see what I'm saying? And that's the way it's been
You got
brought up.
part-timers there. We pay part-timers.
Yeah, but it's only 7 or 8 total. Well, I'm just gonna say 10 that work.
Mm-hmm.
As far as that goes, I'm talking about volunteers. Every department in here has volunteers that respond whether there's paid people there or not. And the county wouldn't be able to go to Bear Pond or any other fire department and say, we just gonna take y'all over and, you know, that's gonna be the end of it. Y'all have to work for the county if you want to volunteer.
The other thing is if you combine without some restructuring things, rescue squad then becomes subject to the Golden Belt Fire District. So that would mean that the other departments within the county are going to have to figure out a way to do rescue services. Now, there was a letter of support that was written from the association that was signed by 7 departments. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7 departments that expressed the need to continue with the rescue squad. It says in our regular meeting, July 14th, 2025, it was decided by majority vote that the Vance County Firefighters Association sees the benefit of Vance County Rescue Squad and supports that organization and their mission to protect the citizens of Vance County. The certifications, equipment, experience of the rescue squad serving continuously since 1953 are an asset to all fire departments and citizens in Vance County. Discussion in the meeting centered around cross-training for all departments to better attain skills needed for rescue operations and scenarios of large-scale incidents were discussed where one agency would not be sufficient to stabilize all incidents which could occur in the county. Having additional resources on an incident and available should additional incidents occur simultaneously is beneficial to the safety of the citizens and responders. We respectfully request the rescue squad contract be executed for the 2025-2028 contract period and funded for the fiscal year 25-26 in the same manner as all other volunteer fire departments within the county. These are the guys that are out in the field. These are the guys that know what they're doing. And these are the ones that put their lives on the line every day. And they're asking for the support of the rescue squad. So I can't see how we can do anything any different.
So the volunteer fire department, will they be in the midst of getting trained, or they don't have to get trained to do this water rescue?
Some of them already hold the certifications, actually.
In the volunteer fire department?
Yes, ma'am. Yeah, they mentioned that earlier when we asked it. Yes, ma'am, they do.
So like I said, I know everything is essential. I know that the rescues, everybody got an important part. We understand that. So what I think I'm trying to see is, if they train, they said we need every working part.
Mhm.
But my question is, if we did not have the rescue squad, would they still be a working part?
Absolutely. Yes, ma'am.
If you did not have.
If they didn't have the rescue, would they still, cause like they said, they want this. I heard what you said, but I'm just trying to see, do the volunteer fire department, are they trained to do this as well?
They have some of the certifications. Yes, ma'am.
They,
And we would rely on them heavily if needed. But I have so much confidence in the Vance County Fire Department. If the commissioners choose to end the contract on September 30th, I have no doubt in my mind that Vance County and the citizens will be okay. No doubt in my mind. But I'll do whatever you all want us to do.
Any more discussion?
well, I mean, we keep coming back to budget and what the taxpayers are paying. This year, I think the budget, and I haven't seen the final approved budget other than through the budget ordinance, but I believe the budget ordinance for the fire department this year is like 1.89 million or something like that, which included what, $300,000? Was that what was allocated for capital?
I can't remember. I don't have it in front of me.
Okay. So that being the case, we've really got to watch the budget. And Chief was talking about bringing on more people. It costs for a man at $19 an hour before benefits and payroll taxes. It costs around $166,000 a year for a 24/7 position. So you add 4 positions and you spent what, $640,000, $650,000 plus benefits. So those things there are consideration. That's tax dollars to the people. We can accomplish this by doing it with our combination setup, the way we've done it and the way it's been successful. You know, I've heard comments about, other counties now, Granville County, for what we've done, the transitions we've made. There are other counties that are actually modeling their departments after us right now because of what we've done so far based on the 2006 fire study.
Yeah, but they're modeling just career, not combination. Edgecombe County actually modeled us. It's not combination, it's career fire departments. I just want to make sure that's clear as well.
Granville County, I believe, is still doing combination. And
Warren County, same way.
Warren County and
Franklin County, same way.
yeah. And so
Franklin County was the one that told me, what do y'all do? When I talked to Franklin County, I'm like I said,
I've
I
had
talked
several
to Franklin, I
chiefs call
talked
me
to
about it.
Granville, cause like I said, I've been trying to research myself to get an understanding of what, and they were saying we just give money to, I guess, to the DAPS. I guess I was looking at the water.
There's only one left in Franklin County. It's called Youngsville Rescue.
Mm-hmm.
And they provide EMS in Youngsville along with dive. You're not comparing apples to apples and oranges to oranges
Well,
when it comes to that.
but it's still working. I'm just saying, what everybody's doing. I'm just, like I said, I'm just researching myself.
then you've got, also some conversation I've had with the City of Henderson Fire Department. They believe strongly in the rescue squad and what they do. And they use them, like when we had the big fire over at off of Dabney Drive, the
ETC.
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 Yeah, the ETC fire. That was a thing that brought in a whole lot of people. When we had the big fire down at Epsom, the big hay barn that caught on fire. To my recollection, there were only 2 paid personnel on that scene, but there were probably 50 or 75 firefighters there. So our guys do step up. When we had that round of storms that came through last month, we had, I think, 64 calls on the CAD, I believe, something like that. And all of those calls, for the most part, were responded to by volunteers. And the rescue squad was a part of that complement that was out there doing those things. When it snows, the rescue squad assists in getting nurses and doctors to the hospitals. Those are things that you don't see, that don't show up every day, but they're services that are provided. And for us to do away with those services, once you get rid of something, you've lessened the level of service that you've got.
That's why we're saying, why can't they just come together?
I believe there's a method to do that. But it's going to take more than 3 months to figure it all out. And at some point, we've got to look at how much money we're spending and figure out a more efficient way to do it, which is the path that we've been on in the past, and it seems to be working.
Is there any other presentations?
Any what?
Other presentation that we're looking at mentioning. Do you have any other? Okay. Any more committee discussions?
That's something I want to say. Hold on. So this is not personal, but this is where I feel. I like y'all guys. I see all y'all certifications. That's wonderful. But you all are novice. Know what that means? You do not have the actual experience that I know. You could have it, I do not know. But I have not seen you on the scene. And it seems as though if you say something, people get attitudes. This is about people's lives. We're talking about people's lives. You got the rescue squad, and they have experience. And we're crying about money. So put a life here and a dollar bill here and see what happens. When something happens to me, I want somebody that has the experience to take care of me and my family. Me. I don't know about you. And I ain't got no problem with nobody in this room. When I lay down at night, I'm concerned about the people that I am supposed to take care of. So whatever attitudes that I be seeing while I'm sitting here, I'm looking at people's heads turning when people talking. We don't do that. We are here to help the citizens of Vance County. That's why we're here. And so I'm going to say this and I'm done with it. It's wonderful what y'all doing. Y'all getting drones and all that stuff. But where is your experience? Y'all got water divers, y'all got this, but where's your experience? So do it this way. Can y'all go in the water, somebody do a drill and put some type of fake body in the water and let you all pick it up so we can see what you do? Because we moving mighty fast. We're moving mighty fast. And I would hate to be sitting somewhere and something happens and somebody's not there with experience, years of experience, years of experience. And it could be your family, it could be you. So that's my final selection. Think about this. Dollars are nice, but we steady spending money. We buying this, we buying that, we buying this, we buying that. Nothing against you guys and your qualifications. Experience is the key to everything in life. And I'm done.
Well, I think their qualification is their experience. I mean,
When I say experience, I mean years of.
I still think they still experience. To say they don't have experience in the rescue squad, I don't take.
I guess you misunderstood me. Let me explain.
Understood. I took what you said. But I think all of them are experienced. And if we had the rescue squad or not, I'm not saying either way. I think that I know that our citizens are still gonna, because we're not up here to, anything that we do is not gonna harm our citizens. That's not what we're here for. That's not our purpose. What would we look like if we put our citizen in danger? We're here today to see the needs of what's best, yes, for the county and our citizen. Yes, money is a factor in all that we do, trying to save and make sure that our citizens are getting the best for what they put into. But I think all of you all are experienced with your qualifications and all that you have. And I think if I believe, if, like I said, that anyone that shows up to the scene, gonna make sure, because people don't, when you show up to a scene, they're not gonna ask you for your certification paper. They just want to see you go to work. They're not gonna ask for your certification. They don't want to know you certified in water, you certified in this. They just want the help. And I believe everyone out there can get the job done. That's just my opinion for the county. I would, and the next one is in the committee discussion.
Henderson, North Carolina is in Vance County.
Yes, it is. But I do want to say this as the chair. Monday, I know we had a 3-month funding, but I would like for Monday on our board meeting to put this to rest. If we're going to fund it, let's fund it. If we're not, let's do what we're going to do. But I would like to see it on the agenda for Monday, so we can move forward in what we need to do concerning our citizens.
Okay.
That's what I would like to see on Monday night agenda, to move forward and keeping a rescue squad, or not to fund it or not to fund it.
Okay.
So,
And so it's up on the
that's why this
chairman's
is an
report.
important meeting
Yeah.
for us to get. That's why I'm asking, you got anything to say? Let's say it. So we can make a determination that we're gonna, continue to fund it or not. Because all of it's a very important part. And so, do you, any more discussion? Okay, so like I said, next Monday night, I would like to see us move forward. It's on the agenda. So, before we close out, is there any more discussion? Well, I'll call this meeting adjourned.